Humans are always asking for love, for success, for attention, for liberation. But have you ever noticed? The ones who ask the most often end up the most empty-handed. And those who remain quiet, who are surrendered, seem to receive everything effortlessly. Why? Because asking itself is a form of resistance. To ask means you are not accepting what already is. You're essentially saying, this isn't enough, I want something else. And in doing so, you shut the doors to existence. From childhood, we are taught to ask. Even in a mother's arms, a child cries not just out of emotion, but to get something. And this pattern continues throughout life. We want wealth, respect, love, safety, God, liberation. We're always asking for something. Sometimes with words, sometimes silently within. God teaches us to ask is poverty in itself. It means you haven't yet learned to accept. There's an emptiness inside you, and you keep thinking something external will fill it. But the more you try to fill it, the emptier you feel. God constantly invites us into silence. And silence doesn't just mean the absence of words. It means an inner state of no craving, no chase, no resistance. A simple acceptance of what is as already complete. But entering silence isn't easy. The mind always wants to do something. Yet that's where true meditation begins. At the point where all effort stops. Where you simply sit and just are. No seeker, no seeking, just stillness. And that's when the divine presence flows to you. That's when the experience happens. Have you ever seen a tree asking for anything? It doesn't ask. It simply stands open, still, receptive. And nature gives it everything. Sunlight, rain, air, fruits, flowers, everything. Because it doesn't resist. It is ready to receive. Be like that. Still, silent, open. God teaches, the one who begs turns away from the divine, but the one who doesn't ask flows with it. And the one who flows doesn't need to find the shore. They themselves become the shore. Asking is a form of mistrust. You're telling the universe, I don't believe life will provide. That's why I have to ask. And life responds, if you can't trust me, how can I give you anything? Faith is the key. When you say, I know what's meant for me will come, or whatever comes is exactly what I need, that's when the door opens. In God's eyes, Suranda means no desire, no direction, just flowing with life, wherever it takes you. God says, you don't get love by asking for it. You receive love only when you become love. The more you beg for love, the more you burden others, and they start to drift away. But when you start giving love freely without expectation, it comes back to you in many forms. The same is true for meditation. If you say, I am meditating to attain meditation, that itself becomes the barrier. You don't get meditation by effort. It arrives when you simply are and drop all desires to gain something from it. Meditation isn't the result of your effort. It's the fruit of your total surrender. God teaches, when you ask, you shrink yourself. But in silence, the whole universe begins to flow through you. What you're looking for outside is already within you. But you've shut your inner temple and gone out searching in the marketplace. Let go of asking. Turn inward with awareness. And you'll be surprised. You didn't need to ask for anything. And yet, everything came. God's vision reveals, markets run on asking, temples open through awareness. Asking is commerce. Meditation is prayer. When you ask, you're a merchant. When you are silent, you are a devotee. And a true devotee receives everything, without words, without demands, because their love is true and their surrender complete. Everything can come without asking, because the moment you stop asking, you become ready. And when you're ready, life fills you up. Emptiness is the doorway to fullness. Empty yourself. Enter the silence. Everything you seek is already within you. You just need to learn how to see. If this message stirred something within you, share it with others. Spread God's wisdom. And in the comments, let us know. Have you ever received something without asking? Something that transformed your life from within? Stay in love, stay in awareness, stay in silence.